StatChat Skill 2. What you're going to do? We're going to do organising categorical data. So there's a couple of ways to organise categorical data that we're going to focus on. In the table here, you'll see one of those is a frequency table. The other one is a dot plot. And you might have heard of these before. A frequency table is what I've set up here. There's a blank one below. All right. You normally have three columns. One for your categories, because you've got categorical data. So an example of that might be the colour of car that people drive. A tally, which is where you record your results. And a frequency is where you add up your tally scores. All right. An example is included below of using the years of birth of Year 9 students. So we've got three categories. We've got 1999, the year 2000, and the year 2001. The tally is here. So this is where we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you get a fifth result, you cross it off like that. And it makes collecting your data a little bit easier if there's lots of results. So we add those up under our frequency column. So we've got 4, 18, and 3. And then our total frequency is 25. And you get 25 by doing 4 plus 18 plus 3 equals 25. It's important to check this number 25. If there were 25 students that did your survey, then you know you've got everyone's results in there. But if there were 26 people in your class who did the survey and you've only got 25 down the bottom there as your total frequency, then you might know that you've left someone off or you've overlooked one of the scores. Another point to look at is that I've got optional written there next to tally. You don't have to take a tally if you don't want to, but as I said, it can make it easier when you're collecting lots of scores and you're trying to work out how many you've got of each answer. Here we've got another example of a frequency table that's already been completed. All right, and this is about surveying families as to what type of car they've got, not the brand, but what category of car. So the type of vehicle can be four-wheel drive, SUV, sedan, station wagon, sports car, or convertible. All right. If you see this funny E symbol, which is down here before the F, that's just a symbol that stands for the total. So as we spoke about on the previous slide, the total frequency. Here it's 24. If you add up 3, 6, 7, 5, 1 and 2, you should get that answer of 24 down the bottom. Some important things that we can see from this frequency table. Obviously, sedan is the most popular. It has a frequency of 7, and the least popular type of car is a sports car. Only one person had a sports car. That might be fair enough. If you've got a few brothers and sisters, you might not all fit in a sports car. So that wouldn't be very practical. The other type of way we can display our categorical data is with a dot plot. All right. Over here you'll see we've got a heading for our dot plot, type of vehicle, and all of the results from our frequency table have been transferred across to this dot plot. So four-wheel drives are here, and we can also see them here. And there was 3 four-wheel drives. So all we've done is got 3 dots, one on top of the other. They're all stacked up vertically to give us a bit of a graph or a display of our data. We're organising the results. Then SUV has 6 dots. Sedan has 7 dots. That one was the highest. Then station wagon has 5. Sports car has 1. That one was the lowest. And convertible has 2. So now we've got a bit of a graph. This might look a little bit like a bar graph if you've seen those before, all right? But this is called a dot plot, where you just stack the dots up vertically. It's important that you have a label up the top, so the graph is about a type of vehicle, and that you label your categories down the bottom. This is also a really good way to see which values are the highest. So sedan was the highest, and sports car was the lowest, and that's really easy to see from our dot plot graph. And skill 2's done. Boom!